Hello everyone. In this tutorial video, I will discuss the do-while statement of the PHP programming language. This is basically the same with the while statement, except that here in the do-while statement, your condition will be on the last part, as you can see from the syntax. But before that, please support this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and hit also the notification bell so that you will be notified with all the new videos that I'm going to upload in this channel. And so like I said a while ago, this do while statement is just the same with the while statement of the PHP programming language. So basically the only difference is that here in the do while, your condition will be placed at the last part of the block, while in the while statement it will be at the first part of the block. So based on the syntax here, so you just have to place the do here and then followed by your open curly bracket, and it should be paired with close curly bracket. And so in between those curly brackets will be your code to be executed. These are the statements to be executed while the condition here is true. So you have to place your condition right after your closing curly bracket. And as you can see from the syntax, you must have semicolon in the end. So this is how it is. Now, if you know how to use the while statement, definitely it will be easy for you to understand how the do while statement works. So basically here, like I said, here the statements or the codes to be executed will be executed at least once. Unlike in the while statement, before it will go inside the block of statements to be executed, it will test first. So there will be testing here first. So when this is true, then it will come inside. When it is false, it will go after the closing curly bracket. So it's like that. So that's the only difference. So here at least once it will execute all the statements inside the open and close curly bracket. So to give you an example of that, it will be something like this. So in this example here, this will be the output of it. As you can see here, it will print the words hello world 3 times. And so since it is 3 times, perhaps I can start with 1. So as you can see here in line 22. So your condition here will be in the last, while x less than equal 3. So I will start at 1, and every time it goes into the loop, I will increase it by 1, x plus plus. So initially it is 1, and so it will go here in line 23, and then like I said, it will immediately go inside. So at least it will execute once. That's the difference with the while statement. So here it will execute at least once using the do while statement. And so your first hello world will be printed there, and then after which line 25 it will increase to 1. So this is our counter. So we started at 1, we have to increase by 1. So again, you just have to remember, you have to start somewhere and you have to increase your counter, and then you have to test your counter. So in line 26 we have to test our counter. Is our counter, which is x less than equal 3. Right now it is 2 because before it is 1. Now when it goes here in 25, it's now 2. So 2 less than equal 3, that's true. And so while it is true, as long as it is true, this condition here is true, it will come back in line 23. As long as it is true, it will definitely go to line 23. And so it will execute again 24. So our second hello world will be there. And then increase it by 1 again. So before it is 2, now it is 3. So 3 less than equal 3, the answer here is true, and so therefore it will come back again in line 23. And so it will print the third hello world. So hello world is there. And then we have to increase the x, $x plus plus. So this time it's now 4. So 4 less than equal 3, the answer is false, and so definitely it will now go to line 27. Because this is false, it will go here in line 27. So that's the end of the program. And so if you have more statements here in line 27 and 28, those will be executed if you have statements in 27 and 28. So this is how it works. So it's very easy to learn the do while statement if you know how to use the while statement. I already have a tutorial video about the while statement, and so you can visit this channel and try to view or watch this tutorial video about the while statement. I also have a for statement wherein it will discuss the for statement or how to use the for statement, and other tutorials about PHP programming. So visit the site and try to subscribe so that you can help grow the channel. And so let's go back to the topic now. So as you can see, when we run this one, it should give you this hello world. So if I want to print this time, I'm not going to print hello world. This time I'm going to print, let's say, $x, and then I'm just going to print the next number on the next line, and so it will be like this. So this time I'm printing the $x. So there you go. So it's like this. Or if you want, we can also make something like this. Hello world $x. There you go. So let's see. There you go. So I have 1 and then followed by a period and then space hello world. So this is the output of it. I have another example which I already showed in another tutorial video using the while statement. So I will be using the same example, and so here it is. So this example here will use table, and the loop statement will be the one that will create the rows, and for each row it will create 2 columns. So if you're going to run this program now, I'm going to refresh here, and so this is the output. So similar to the while statement example that I provided in the tutorial video, and so but this time I am using the do while statement. So as you can see here, it will start in 1 and then followed by the tr. So inside the do while, I will be using the tr. So it will loop here from 33 to 39. As long as this condition is true here in 39, it will go back to line 33. So it will be something like that. So it comes back in 33, then it will execute until 39. As when this is true, it will come back here in 33. When this is false, it will now go to line 40. So similar to this example here, in line 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, it's the same. Just the only difference in this one, or in this case, is just that it creates a row, and while creating a row, it will create 2 columns as you can see here. So this is the first column in line 35. It will just print the 1, the current value of the x, which is 1 right now for the first time. And then on the second column, it will just print 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1. So this is the result, the product of x multiplied by x. And so it's like that. And then line 37, it will close the row. So you now have 1 complete row. And before you go back to line 33, you have to make sure that you have increased the x. Otherwise, if you don't increase the x here in line 38, it will never stop looping. So imagine line 38 is not there. So the 1 will always be, or the x will always be 1. So this $x here will always be 1 if 38 is not there. So that's the importance of the $x++ or your increment. So 3 things that you have to remember. So again, just like in the for statement, here it's also the same. You have to have an initial value, and then you must have a counter, okay, for that initial value, so that at some time or at some point it will reach a value where it will stop. So that is your condition now. That's the number 3. So 1, you must have initial value, then you must have counter, and you must have a condition. This condition will be the one to tell when to stop and when to continue looping within the loop statement. So I hope you have learned something new in this tutorial video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on my next one.